Right. Okay. So, Mikey, thank you so much. I might come back to you, or all of you could answer together. But right now, Archangel Metatron is your twin flame Sanderphone, whom I fondly call Sandy.
He's actually, this is similar to what, again, we spoke about Michael and
Faith,
flames, right?
Faith.
Yeah. So again, he is actually denying the fact that there are twin flames to even angels. I don't know where this whole concept came from. And again, this is something even I have learned from Eric, that there is nothing called twin flame even amongst angels. It's again, a specific, what is it? A name, or
maybe they just work together, hand in hand with each other.
No. What I'm getting, they all work together.
Okay.
And it is like, yeah.
The whole team, yeah.
The whole team, yeah.
But
and the jobs assigned could be different.
Okay. But human souls do have twin flames. That's a fact, right? One or more. No? Okay. So
actually, you know what? Not that they're not. Okay, I'll clarify. Again, twin flames and soulmates. These are just names created, like how it happened with holy books, or how we got to know Krishna, even the ascended masters. When the information passes through various people,
the concept
it gets the color of the person's ego, who is actually maybe channeling it or writing it or talking it, spreading it through his knowledge. So again, there are soul families, a set of people who incarnate with us, and they go hand in hand in our growth in general. But at any point in time in our life as a human, in a particular incarnation, we can choose to cut off from that soul family.
True.
Because of our free will. So it's like every millisecond, every decision, every choice, every thought that we make,
it's out of our free will.
Yes. So there are soul families, basically. There is the bond like that. So again, you can name them as, so soulmates are part of the soul family. Twin flames again can be.
Okay.
Eric is he's against to these, limiting concepts.
Okay. So the whatever has been going around, that a soul, the moment it separates from source or whatever, or even separates from the highest self, splits in two so that it can have more experiences than if it were just one soul. So that the two parts, the soul fragments, are generally called twin flames. So that's a misconception.
That's a misconception. Okay. You don't need another soul to complete you.
Okay. All right. So we are whole and complete.
Spend the whole. Oh yes. And if you want to know, there are multiple realities that we create of our own, every single, the traumas that we are into. So like I would like to quote Teal Swan here. She has Teal Swan, the spiritual catalyst. If people would want to look into more of her, she talks about this in a lot of her videos, and she talks about the completion process. So our basic purpose in life is just bringing in all those broken parts
soul fragments.
Oh yes. Oh, that just gave me a goosebump. Because that's life. That's what we are here to do. Learn and gather, and So that exists. Other than that, our soul is not exactly. Yes, we do have spiritual lessons which are dependent on other people, because basically our spiritual life is about relationships and stuff.
True. So these are just souls that are in our soul families or soul groups, which that want to help us evolve, and we want to help each other evolve. So souls with such good intentions are called twin flames or soulmates by humans.
Yes, by humans. Those are just name given by humans.
Yes.
And Eric says, Eric says, humans always want to give names and, for their own clarity and comfort.
Ease of understanding.
Ease of understanding. And that's okay until you pass it on the same way to another person.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Okay. So, Matty, you were on the earth plane. So how long ago was that? How many lifetimes did you have? And was it just service to source that's necessary for one to become an angel, and then like Eric is doing something similar, but that's after he has passed on. But I've read that Matty was called an angel or even archangel even when he was on the earth plane as a human. Well, what I've read.
So when you asked what I heard, when you asked how many lifetimes, again, numerous. And what he was doing, he was learning and growing as a soul, just like most of them and most of us. Okay, it's like, which is actually true in the case of Eric also. Like why certain people say Eric is now an archangel, which I disagree with, not because I do not believe he has to be named an archangel, and because Eric was just one life that he had here. But I don't need this is me talking, not the medium, not the channel information. But again, so Eric and Metatron is just clarifying about the fact that there is a set of years and the learning process that goes on until one soul is given the job was, okay, now you've had enough knowledge so that you can guide people. So that happens. Okay, now you become their guides. And now you can be angel. So you can do the angel stuff, which is, if we actually want to go into hierarchy, is a little more than guides.
Yeah.
So, okay, Eric says they have more powers. Like shape-shifting is one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is not the case with a lot of our spirit guides. Right. So, other than that,
they can be present in multiple places simultaneously.
Yes. That's something that is there. Don't our guides have that? They do, but they do not need that sometimes. Shape shifting is something that angels need more, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
also, okay, also being at different places at the same time, omnipresence in itself is a limiting concept. For example, if I am air, I'm not doing anything to exist in my bedroom and my kitchen and inside your restroom, or around in the park. I don't have to be gifted to do it.
Yes.
Get it? So that's exactly how it works with angelic beings or spirit guides. They're there like source. It's just we who are in separate places.
Yeah.
I hope I'm making sense. So you can channel Eric at the same time. I can channel Eric. Meanwhile, he can just, prank. Oh my God. Do I have to? He says yes. And meanwhile, I can send some, fart smell to somebody. And
I think he did that to me one time.
Oh yes. Oh, that's it. Thankfully, he doesn't do that to me.
Favorite pastime.
I'm very sensitive to smells, especially that.
I am.
And I have a very different reaction.
I was on an aircraft. Ask him if it was him. I was on an aircraft and I had to change my seat. This happened a couple of years ago.
Oh my God. Okay. He says, no, excuse me.
It is probably puke smell.
He says, you wanted it to be me, but it was the guy beside you. I don't know if you had a guy beside you or a woman, whoever it was. He says, he's actually whispering, bad gut. So whatever it is. And that's just not my reaction. I literally start panting. My body reacts very differently to bad smells. It's just not, I'm not feeling good. What is this bad smell? I literally start feeling overwhelmed and I pant. I cannot take.
I know.
So thankfully, he hasn't done that to me.
That to you. Good. Thank you, Eric, for being so considerate.
Oh, yes. Yes. He's not considerate sometimes on other things, though.
True.
But anyway.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes he goes around breaking people's photos, right?
He does that? Okay.
That's what I read on the blog. Wow. Yeah, that's being naughty.
He says the pranks that he does to people are very personal.
Okay, I know.
Right? Thing that he would do so that you get it, right? I know. So that cannot be, and he's like, oh, well, I'm creative. Obviously, he has to be. Right?
Okay. Yeah, we do appreciate that.
You don't have to go into detail.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Meti, what do you help people with actually? I think, again, by humans, Metatron has been assigned the stellar gateway chakra, the golden chakra, above our crown chakra. He's been assigned along with seraphim, if I'm pronouncing the word correctly, seraphim. So along with the seraphim, he is in charge of, opening or energizing the stellar gateway chakra. Is that true? Which is golden.
I'm sorry, Gita, I could not concentrate on that question because he was showing me something.
Okay.
This is for the viewers. What he did, he shape-shifted into a crow and he just flew away and sat on a branch. Beautiful black crow. And he says, so that's a message for everybody who's watching. If you are actually trying to channel or talk to him, and if you feel resonated to him, like his energy, if you see a crow often, that's a sign from him. A black raven. I don't know if there's a difference between raven or a crow.
Raven is all black and the crow has some gray, I guess.
Okay. So it's a raven then.
Raven.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. My GK is like, wow. I went to school though. Anyway. Okay. So what was the question again? I'm so sorry because they were like showing
he has been assigned the responsibility of opening up the stellar gateway chakra, which helps us to
connect to the source,
to connect to the I am presence, the one, the connection with everything and everybody. So
showing me the crown and tingling here. So I don't know if that's the same thing I'm talking about.
No, it's about when I meditate on them, when I put my hand here, my crown would tingle. So and sometimes I see the golden circle going, right now, yes. So it's about a foot above the crown chakra.
Well, I didn't know that, that exists. So is it basically our connection to the oneness aspect?
The oneness aspect, stellar gateway,
yes. Yes, he does work with
he
that.
is.
But it starts from
the crown.
From the crown.
Yeah. And also talking about the chakras, is it true that when we were early Atlanteans, there were 12 chakras and the heads were slightly longer, so the skull contained, right now we have the crown chakra here, and then the early Atlanteans had the causal chakra behind the crown chakra, and also the soul star chakra slightly behind the causal chakra, everything on the elongated skull. And now we only have them above the crown since the skull has shrunk Is that correct?
I'm hearing that, yes, the heads were elongated, but the reason was different. I'm not hearing there were more chakras to it.
Okay, meaning elongated upwards or downwards?
Yes,
or
elongated upwards.
Upwards, yeah.
Upwards, and more ovalish.
Ovalish, yeah. I've seen pictures.
Yeah. They're actually showing me, that's a very similar visual to how, I don't know which species it is, if it's tall grays who have the elongated.
Tall whites? No, I have not
tall
seen
whites,
any. Yeah.
Or the grays.
Yeah, the grays are shorter and yeah.
Okay, so tall whites have an elongated, who has like the cliche alien image that they show in the movies, elongated forehead, and it's almost like the blending into the.
No, I don't remember any. No visuals come to mind except the visual of the skull in one of the museums. I forget which museum. Egypt, Britain, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes, that's what they're showing.
So did the Atlanteans have all the, to begin with, how many, we are nearing our time, Lovely. So how many chakras are there? There are on the 3D body, 7 chakras on the body. And now I understand at the navel or behind the navel, there is another chakra, which is opening up now, since I also want to talk about Ascension quickly, since we are preparing for Ascension. The Hara chakra behind the navel is opening up. Is that true?
I'm not getting much information on that. Let me just see if Eric has something. Metatron. Eric says they're almost like talking together on similar grounds. It's almost like the 5D is not about, or Ascension is not about changing what you already have, right? But what's the basic difference that's happening is we have more tools to work with.
Such as?
If that makes sense. Spiritual tools.
Oh, okay.
More control on our emotions, more adaptability. And obviously we call it 5D because our vibrations are increasing.
Yeah.
So it's not that dense, but if you want to see, like, there won't be like any suddenly one day you wake up and, oh, I'm in 5D and everything looks different. That's not the case. And
gradual.
I think we've discussed this. It's gradual, and even years from now, it won't be like, now we are in 5D and everything is so smooth. That's not happening.
True.
Because that's not the whole purpose of human life. Yeah.
Okay.
Eric is like, there will be agony. He's like,
I know. And some people will continue to be, I don't want to call them assholes. Yeah. And some people will have to continue to forgive them. Anyway, whatever it is. Yeah. So not all human beings will ascend. Only some of us.
Yeah, you can call it
willing to do the hard work.
Everybody is on a different
different stage on their journey. And God gives everyone tons of opportunities to evolve. Yeah.
Also,
so no rush.
Eric says no rush, and also Eric says if a particular soul has to be on a lower frequency, that's what it's meant to do.
It's supposed to help someone learn something. Yeah.
Yeah, and you are right exactly where you're meant to be.
Exactly.
That's a constant. That's a constant lesson. We have to find
we are not here to judge anyone as low or high. Yeah. Accept everyone as being here to teach each other lessons. Okay. So So Meti, any other messages? Mikey, Sandalphone, is Rafi here? So Rafi, Archangel Raphael, has been given, by humans the responsibility of being the healer.
Healer. He's actually plucking herbs.
Okay.
That's what he showed me. He was like bending down and plucking
herbs. Okay.
A bunch of herbs. He says, I'm making a tea.
Herbal tea.
Yeah, that's his way of.
He does help people with healing. So if we need any healing, we can call him, right?
And he's just telling anybody who's watching, who is actually working with plant medicine, you can always call him in.
Okay. And even with Reiki, I've been told, I don't know whether it was
kind
you.
Of healing.
Yeah, that he comes in when I do my Reiki sessions. I don't know if it was you or someone else. Okay, any healing. Okay, another question. Again, it's assumed by humans that Mother Mary is his twin flame. So now we know that, they're not two parts of the same soul. So do they work together? Because Mother Mary, I know she comes to me in my meditations when I'm doing my healing sessions to help those clients with their divine feminine energies. In fact, she's one of my spirit guides.
Well, she does work with him because he explained the concept of how much how much you need emotional healing to heal your body.
Okay, so that's when she comes
works,
in.
Yes. So she's like the healer for emotions, and obviously it's like vice versa. So we have a lot of baggage when it comes to emotions, and unless we heal that, it's
we
nowhere.
Cannot heal others. We cannot give them what we don't have. So she comes in. So sweet of her. She volunteers, in my meditations that she wants to heal certain clients. Okay, so Raphael, so he has taken human births, has he?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
It's about time he did, Rafi, because only then will you understand the human struggles and how much healing they need from you. Not easy being a human, not easy at all. Okay.
He says, I feel you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's time for us to sort of wind up, Lovely. What are their messages for us at this point in time, now that COVID is taking a back seat and people are feeling more encouraged to enjoy life, so to speak?
They just said, together, they just said, it's high time you say, I know this might come, don't send me hate mails, but the phrase that I'm going to say might trigger people, because I was going to say, thank you, COVID. Why? I'm going to explain. That's something that I got from them.
Cleansing. We did this. We got this message earlier.
Just not cleansing. It has brought in attention to so many things that's happening.
Brought people together.
Bringing people together. Lot of attention on emotional
healing,
mental health, emotional healing,
compassion for those suffering.
People taking things and life for granted, and so on. And just not that, it also has brought attention to the whole pharma manipulation that is happening, industry, the wrongdoings, and
I know.
That was long due. So thank you, COVID, for that. And also they're saying this to everybody: you did good. Everybody who has seen the worst in any which way has lost loved ones to COVID, or and again, correcting, you actually don't die of COVID. We don't actually die at times of a disease. Sometimes the medication could be the reason. And again, everything is a soul contact, not justifying or not undermining the loss,
lessons,
the lessons or the laws that a person has to go through and feel the grief when you lose a loved one, not undermining that, but just that, yeah. So they are all giving us a pat on the back that we are here, and they just want everybody to know there is no fourth or fifth or sixth wave arising. Please do not panic.
Thank you for that information.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
that just came out so loud.
Yeah.
In case that's what being told on the internet. That's like so much fear mongering happening. And I'm like so sick of it. Yeah.
Okay. Any other messages from any of them?
Eric is actually wearing that, maybe because we were speaking about, how we can keep it safe and the COVID thing. He's actually wearing that suit that they wear when
I know.
They are going near the beehives.
Yeah. I know, the like protective, the protective
gear. So he says, that's my new look. And he's making fun of it. Can you live like that? You cannot. That's actually what humans are doing. It's just that it's an invisible
barrier.
True. It's an invisible barrier. And he's like loud. He's almost like stomping on the table. He says, man, can you grow like that? You cannot.
Yeah.
So when you have a wall, when you have a wall, nothing comes inside.
So how would he like us to be?
Fearless, obviously, fearless.
Yeah.
Fear is safe, he says, it, to a certain extent. Don't let it hamper your growth.
Yeah. Good. Personally, I've never been afraid of the virus. Yeah. It's not in my personal world. I've told you this before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if there aren't any other messages they'd like to share with us, I'd like to thank them for having, for being present here for us, for clarifying our doubts. Thank you so much, Archangels Mikey, Matty, Rafi, Sandy, and Lucifer. Thank you so much. And Eric.
They say it was great pleasure being here. And you know what they were doing? They were actually dancing around the campfire. Yeah, they're like shoulders, hands on each other's shoulders.
I know.
Yeah, I just wish I could join it, but I have to play mommy now.
I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Lovely. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you. Thank you, Archangels. Bye-bye. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Great. Let me just